how you practice is how you play. Meaning, in practice, if you're giving it all you got, you're skating to the line, you're winning every puck battle, you're competing because you're essentially trying out for more ice time, you're programming your mind. This is how I practice. Man, this is how I'm going to perform. Because the unfortunate reality is when the pressure's on, you're going to fall to the level of the standards that you've set for yourself. And those standards are set by giving it all you got in practice. Now, example I like to give all the time is the players, I'll say, hey, eyes here. I'll flip off the lights in the locker room and then flip them right back on. And I'll say, what happened? And of course, the players, oh, you flipped the lights off? Yeah, good observation. Exactly right. I did. I flipped the lights off and flipped them back on. But that light, when I flipped the switch, automatically came back on. Why? Well, it came back on because that energy was waiting there to be released. And when I flipped that switch, that energy came out. It lit the locker room up. Well, it's the same thing. If you're constantly building that energy by what you do at practice, what you do at home, your workouts, your stretching, your conditioning, your nutrition, then when you flip that switch in the game, man, that energy is there waiting to be released. However, the light switch example, if the power was out, there was no energy waiting to be released, I could flip that light switch all day long and nothing's going to happen because there was no energy built up waiting to be released. That energy has to be built up at the power plants and shipped to the location, the locker room. So when I flip that switch, well, it's the same thing. The player has to build that energy up. And it starts with that mindset, that attitude of excellence, that attitude that I am going to give it all I've got. And I've shared with you countless times, I'm not a very big person. I was always, if not the smallest, one of the shortest, smallest players on every single team I played on. And I was never one of the most naturally gifted athletes. I had to scratch, claw, literally bite just to stand out, just to get noticed. And I had a coach tell me when I was young, look, you're probably going to be one of the smaller guys on all your teams. But you grew up on a farm, you've got great work ethic, you got a great attitude. That's what you need to do to stand out. And that's served me my whole life. Well, hockey was always my first love. I've also played baseball and football. And same thing. I got starting positions, not because I was the biggest or most talented, certainly wasn't the most strongest or tallest, but it's because I caught the coach's eye by willing to do the things that others weren't willing to do. And that's what I share on every show. And it's my whole goal to simply be the mentor that I always wanted, needed in my life, sharing life lessons as a player, as a coach, as a parent,